There was a tremendous atmosphere out there tonight. To me, that's what college football is about. That was a fun thing to do. It was an exhausting thing to do, but it was fun. And thank our fans. That was a tremendous effort by our fans tonight to back us and stay in it the whole time. When it didn't look like it was going to be there. They did a great job of being that 12th man tonight that gave these kids a lot of resolve, and unbelievably proud of them. You know, we challenged our guys to find out who we are. We're not where we want to be, but we do know who we are. That's a team that will fight you, will compete with you, that understands how to win, how to be a family, and understands how to love from within. It truly does. I'm proud to coach them. I need to coach them better. We need to do better in a lot of areas. That's the good thing. We still got a lot of room for improvement. But I can't be prouder. You know, when you build a program, a great program is built like a family. It loves each other. You have rules. You have structure. You spend a lot of time together. When your players misstep, you balance education, which we do a lot, more than anybody in America, as much as anybody in America, with punitive measures. They understand there's consequences. I don't condone any of the comments Jameis made earlier this week and how aware he chose to make them. He knows that. Our team knows that. We spoke a lot about that throughout the week internally and with the administration. I have high expectations for our players and our staff and the people you represent. At the end of the day, we felt like the one game made the most sense, and I chose to keep that process internal. Now he's served that punishment, and he's ready to move forward. He'll be back at practice on Monday, and he'll be our quarterback on Monday. You never know at the pace kids learn or why they make mistakes. Our hope and belief is Jameis will learn from this and use better judgment. And the language and decision-making and his respect for everything will continue to grow. But, you know, Sean had a chance to step up, be ready when his number was called. Just like E.J. Manuel did when Christian went down. It's like Clint did when E.J. went down. We've had that happen a lot. I can't be prouder of Sean McGuire tonight, what he did for our team and the resolve he had, and for our overall team in all three phases. I thought the defense did an unbelievable job, get a 4th-and-1 stop and played their hearts out when we couldn't get things going on offense. They were dominating the line of scrimmage at the end of the whole day. In the first half, we couldn't run the ball. We found ways to score. And we couldn't run it till we had to run it at the end. We ran it for those last 25 yards and scored. Like I said, we're not perfect. We're nowhere close. Couldn't be prouder of Case and Beatty tonight. When we struggled on offense, that guy hit great punts in big-time situations when everybody's been riding him, wanting to make a choice on him. You know, sometimes in life, guys, you got to believe in people. Because if people don't believe in you, you're not going to get any better. You take their hope away, it's easy to criticize until you stand out there and on the field and compete. I'm extremely proud of what he did. Extremely proud of what he did. Proud of Roberto, the kicks and the way we cover team. We couldn't cover kicks, now we can cover kicks. We got a lot of room to grow in a lot of areas. I was proud of Carlos, our leadership, Rashad Green, him and Nick O'Leary. They could play with anybody, anywhere, anytime. They understand how to make them in big-time situations. That secondary did a great job. Our front, Mario Edwards, those guys are all growing. I'm proud of this team. I'm anxious to see where this team can go. It's got to get better. But physically, mentally, and spiritually, this is a very tough team. We just got to get better fundamentally, and we got to coach better, make better decisions. I'll do that. I'll make sure our coaches do that. Tonight for our coaches, keeping our kids in the game. Being able to adjust to those situations, make halftime adjustments to be able to come out, score points, move the ball, stop them on defense, critical times in the red zone, to keep fighting, scratching, clawing. Had the ball on the 1-yard line, you never know. Held them for 2 plays and get a snap over your head. Things happen, man. That's football. This team believes in it. It believes it's always going to be successful. But we're building something special here. I love what we're building. We just got to continue to grow in it. But for a young team and the youth on this team, can't be prouder. Can't be prouder. It was a tough week, but we're ready to move on, and look forward to playing NC State next week. Questions, please.
Do you think that Florida State should remain #1?
Sure do.
Explain why.
Because we ain't lost in 19 straight games, and we were #1 until somebody beats us.
Jimbo, did you guys practice the overtime scenario this week? I think you did.
No, we didn't practice it. We go over it, though. We work a lot of red zone situations from the 25 in, and we work drives every Thursday. We do a drive every Thursday, how we would do things coming in our red zone goal line 2-point play situation every week that we go in. All those situations have been covered.
The plays that you called in the overtime, was that all scripted or?
No. Well, it depends. But getting the ball second, getting the ball first and getting the ball second is totally different. You know what I mean? And once we got it, and I wanted to say there was a couple. We hit those runs a couple times, and once we popped that first one, and once we hit to the 12, and you got the best kicker in America, you don't want to take it out of his hands and put it on. You put it on his foot, and then but at the same time, our line continued. I'd rather run the touchdown in, which we did.
Talk about the decision in the regulation to go for the overtime. You know, what we think,
A minute 36, you're backed up on. What's the odds? All right, you haven't moved it all day. You haven't run it. You just had a turnover going in. You're playing in your home stadium in front of your crowd. The odds of scoring from your own 20 in 2 minutes with a minute 36, and you struggled all day up and down, makes no sense. See, a coach, sometimes you talk about playing to win, but sometimes a coach, you don't want to take it away from him. Me going for being aggressive there would have been stupid and would have could have taken the game away from our players who fought so hard to get that last turnover and get us in that situation. And I'd rather go into overtime in our home stadium.
Does having a Guayo and having a defense that's played pretty well really give you, do you think, an overtime too? Is that playing into it?
A little bit, but not really. Not backed up to win. Now, if we're at the 40 or 50, I'm going. I'm not backed up to 20. See, most people don't. You don't usually go to you hit the 30 or 35. Now, if you have a very experienced quarterback, you can do it at maybe 25 or 30. Will you get backed up? You don't do that to a kid. Because I'm going to tell you something. You can ruin quarterbacks before you can make them. You know what I mean? You can put them in bad situations to fail and have them fail and it not be their fault. Be your fault as a coach. And we didn't want to do that to him.
what was the difference?